to you all and welcome to another episode of Wear Many Hats. My name's Rachel and this is the podcast totally dedicated to the FM and workplace industry. Today we have a wonderful guest with us, quite excited for this podcast. We have Iain McDonald with us. He is the Head of Property and Engineering at Alexandra Palace. Welcome, Iain.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me.
It's really good to have you here. Did you come from Ali Pali today, or can I say Ali Pali? Sorry,
yeah. That's exactly how we call it. I mean, it's an easy roll off the tongue name.
It is, isn't it?
Yes, come from there today, an hour away, so not too bad. So, down the W3.
Lovely. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to this one and hearing about your career. I still say I'm a regular, but I go once a year to Alexandra Palace for a certain event, and I love it up there. It's just beautiful.
Nice.
What a wonderful place to work.
Lots of good stuff going. What do you see there? What have you seen?
I see Norman J every year. Yeah. This will be my third year going, so it's a lovely, lovely venue. Very special. But so thanks for coming. And let's rewind a bit.
Yeah.
Go back to your past. So where did it all start for you?
I suppose, well, like most really, at school. Yeah. Sort of I never did brilliantly at school. I wasn't the most, I'll say articulate, and kind of education wasn't really my thing. But I think on reflection, actually, it's probably just because it wasn't the platform for me. It was just the right environment. Because I kind of just bumbled my way through and did what I could. But I think from there, because I didn't come out with any, sort of loads of qualifications and degrees and something, I suppose I sort of did fall into that category of, like what you did back then, go on the tools kind of
trade.
So, so, I mean, it was, but, now, again, when you start thinking about it even more, I think it was always destined, really.
Yeah.
It was kind of, my dad was a tradesman, which is an unusual trade. Actually, he was a taxidermist, so kind of
oh wow,
bit of a strange.
That's a niche.
Yeah. So my childhood was grown up around lots of sort of animals around the house. Let's just say that. Yeah. So it was, but he just said to me once, get yourself a trade, and
it's true.
Yeah.
Even more so now.
Yeah, I think so. But, I kind of took that quite literally and then went, well, okay, I will. But you know what? It wasn't even that, because I had my daughter quite young. So I was only 19. And that was what I needed. That phrase, not my that.
Yeah.
My daughter.
No.
That whole kind of push is what I needed. Because in reality, what I needed is something to go out there and work for, rather than just sort of fumbling around like I think I did at school, just to go, what am I here for and why am I here? But as soon as she came along, it was like, right, I've got to knuckle
down.
Yeah. So it was a quick kind of. Even to this day, actually, now I think about it, it was the right thing to do. I just literally marched around plenty of places, knocking on doors, going, give me a job. I want a job. Have you got anything? And it was a numbers game. And eventually someone turned around to me and went, oh, I really like your attitude.
Yes.
Come on, crack on.
So, it is refreshing.
Yeah. So that was at a window and door company. So nothing too exciting, but that was where I kind of got the taste for plastering. Sort of making good windows and things around me. So it was kind of like, well, that's a bit more interesting. Actually, I had a mate that was a plasterer too. So it's kind of like, oh, right, yeah, let's do that. And from there, I guess the progression went on from there, really. Because that didn't last long. It lasted a couple of years before I got to a point where I was thinking, well, now I'm doing all the hours, I'm working really hard, I'm not getting paid anything, I'm learning. So you get to a point anywhere, don't you? Where you go,
what else is there out there?
Yeah. And again, done the age-old knocking on people's doors. And I think luck would have it, walked into a company around near where my parents live, still actually. Bakers of Danbury is the company. They're in Danbury, funny enough. And I kind of walked in there with the same attitude, same kind of, hello,
looking for a job.
Yeah, exactly. 21, 22 kind of thing going, I'm a plasterer. Can you help me out? And I think, like I say, I mean, it's a bit of luck. People were like, yeah, we like that attitude. And I stayed there for years, and learned lots throughout that particular company.
It was meant to be.
Yeah. So learned how to plaster. Within the historical environment, actually, I should mention, they are kind of like this
niche.
They were formed in 1876.
Gosh.
So they were kind of at the time, one of the only companies out there that restore churches, sort of stonemasonry. There was very few people out there at the time that did that.
I think there probably still is very few.
Well, it's got a bit more now, but it was certainly even more niche, and it still is niche, but they were kind of one of a few, and sort of felt quite lucky really to stumble in somewhere like that with the work ethic and sort of the foundations that they have in that. So I was thinking about this, how grounded they are, and they still are.
Wow.
I actually went over there not so long ago, just had a chat with them, just because, when you think, I haven't spoken to them for ages.
I love that.
And you know what, even when I walked in there, it was sort of exactly the same. Building, office, people.
It works.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think that's where I really bred all my foundation for where I work and how I work and my work ethic from them being such a good sort of grassroots company.
Yeah, like solid. Yeah.
Just like not trying to be anything
they weren't. Yeah.
Honest, traditional.
Yeah.
Rather do a good job. Most contractors nowadays want to just sort of earn the money and leg.
Yeah.
They're not like that.
Yeah, so they've got a reputation, haven't they?
Exactly. And when you've been around for that long, I think it's more about
what you're doing,
isn't it? Yeah. So I think I think that is. I was lucky.
Yeah. Well, you did bang on the door, so you made your own luck there. It was lovely. And so where did you go on from there? Obviously, you were with them for quite a while. What happened?
Yeah,
because now you've got your historical.
Well, I mean, so there I was doing a lot of. It was mixed, really. A lot of structural repairs, a lot of insurance work. So a lot of houses falling down, putting them back together again. And it kind of got to a point where you start, once you've seen a house in pieces, you sort of start to figure out quite easily and quickly how to put them back together again. So, back then it was with a bunch of guys who were really good at what they do. No one's stressing about how much they've got to get done that day. It's just more about quality than anything. So, we bred that quality within the teams. But, I think what happened was within the industry, there was a bit of a boom, actually. There was lots of insurance work going on, and I think a lot of people were earning lots of money elsewhere. And I think what happened is the manager there, Keith, his name was, he sort of pulled us all aside and said, you know what, we've got a bit of a sort of a threat to the industry. If we were in the Premier League, is how we put it now, we're probably being relegated to the first division, because what there is out there now is a lot of companies out there taking all the work.
Yeah.
So I kind of, my entrepreneur in me picked my ears up and was like, okay. And found out where that work was coming from.
Right.
Kind of went off and started on my own, which is, of course, as I said, with the little one, sort of always trying to push myself. At that time, I was thinking, right, I just need to earn well, and that can only be for myself, sort of thing. So take control of my own destiny, so to speak.
Yes.
And from there, when I started learning all the trades, really, because, I started doing it for myself. So,
you have
I'm a plasterer by trade.
Yeah.
But it then soon does lead into decorating, doesn't it? Because let's be honest, I mean, if you're plastering a whole house, you know
it now.
It's new.
Might as well finish it.
But then your kitchen fitting, your tiling, and then
it's handy.
Yeah, and then I think the only thing that I didn't know how to do, which after a few rookie mistakes, plastering houses and then getting your electrician to come in and test out for you and say, mate, well, your circuits need rewiring, and you think, well, that.
And you've just gone over it all.
Yeah. So I think that happened to me once, and I learned quite
quickly
to go, maybe let's go and do that. So then I've done all qualifications from electrician. Wow. So I started to started to do it all, really.
You could literally build a house. How about the plumbing? Have you
Yeah, well, yes, indeed.
Done that
That's what I mean. When you start doing kitchens, bathrooms, of course, yeah. I think the only thing I stayed away from is gas.
Gas.
But yeah.
I knew you were going to say
well, that. Yeah. I mean, there's a few things that used to scare me. Water, gas and electric. Water, bear in mind, if you've got something firing at you at 3.5 bar, it's scary. Electric, I sort of overcome that. I overcome that, and gas. I just thought, let's
we'll leave it there. We'll get someone else in.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's where along with the roots of where I come from, the kind of solid quality background that I had, real pride in what I do. Going back to my dad as well, being on the tools, always really, he was, like I say, he was a taxidermist, but I mean, literally the best that there was. He was, he was the chairman of the guild. He was, he was on telly a number of times doing what he'd done. He met Denise Van Outen. I remember that. Never forget that. Very jealous at the time. But the point is, he was just very good at what he did, and I think I just took that because you take pride in what you do, and you
wanted to follow that in your trades.
Yeah. So that was how I think I got relatively good. Let's just say modestly at what I did.
Yeah.
But then from there to where I am now is kind of quite a solid jump, really, because that's where it was just not planned. I mean, I think I probably, if you were to ask me 20 years ago what you'd be doing, I think I'd probably just say, I'd be doing up houses.
Because that's it, you think? Yeah,
exactly. It's easy work. I know what it is. But what actually happened was, in reality, when I had my own business, you don't always earn as well as you want. You work hard. You do 7 days a week. You travel lots of distances. You price jobs up at the weekend. You chase up money, and eventually, after you're doing that, looking after a bunch of people that also are reliant on your mortgage, then you sort of, and you're not.
It's a lot, isn't it?
And you're not, if you're not getting the right kind of balance between life and money. You start looking, don't you?
Yeah.
And that's where I was approached to go back to Baker's, which was great that they had me even after just diving off and getting some work. And went on to be a site manager then for all their. It was predominantly, their department was new build onto historic sites.
Right.
So that's where I really started dabbling into old buildings. And I mean, I'd worked on plenty of them before Baker's, but actually doing these massive projects and managing that was my first kind of steer into the industry. So, I mean, there was some amazing jobs I did with them. I mean, 16th century chapel rebuild.
Beautiful.
Charter house just around the corner.
Lovely.
And from there, sort of, St Paul's Cathedral.
Wow.
St Paul's Cathedral. And then eventually onto Westminster Abbey, which is then where I ended up later on. So, but, there was a massive journey in between then.
Of course.
To that. Running sites. So,
And then you were there about nearly 5 years.
Yeah, I was there. Well, no, that's the funny thing, actually, because I was there as a contractor for about 3 years.
Oh, I see.
And then I went on to then go as, Deputy Clerk of Works, which was managing the building and everything in and around that, which, is the industry now that I sort of fell into. I mean, it was St Paul's that kind of got me to a point where I stood outside that building and was like, wow. That's
stunning.
Wow. Yeah. And I've kind of already been doing site work as a manager for a while, and you kind of start bouncing around these sites for 6 months to a year, because that's generally how long the projects are, some are 3 months actually. And then you sort of think, it'd be nice to settle down, not bounce around. And there was a guy there Martin Fletcher at St Paul's, where I was doing some of the jobs, less attractive jobs. I reinstalled the toilets over at St Paul's.
Look, someone needs to do it, and we need them. Yeah. It's a very important job.
Exactly that. But you know what? All joking aside, it was a really quick program within a Grade 1 listed building, with all the intricacies around an historic site. We were in the foundations, we were in the vaults, we were pulling everything apart, and that you can't take that lightly. I mean, literally, you have to be. Everything is thought through and planned, because clearly you can't be doing any reversible damage. It needs to be
of course,
done properly. Just smash through these things.
No, of course not.
It's careful work. And, I think I learnt there from Martin how it must have felt when I was standing back looking at him, thinking, being in charge of a building, knowing how it all works, running all the works that go on in the building, all the capital projects. I sort of looked back to him and thought, that seemed better. That seemed like a better approach. And wouldn't it be lovely to stay in one of these lovely buildings?
Yeah.
So the historic side and the head of property was then on my sites. So yeah.
And then you moved to where you are now.
Well, no. So
hang on.
St Paul's, and then I went to Westminster Abbey.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Yeah. So from then, again, like I said, I finished that job, and the job that come up was at the Abbey, and I think it was kind of naive at the time, because it was, you're going to Westminster Abbey. I was like, where's that? Well, I mean, obviously I knew it was Westminster, but I didn't know as much as obviously clearly I do now about how important the building was, what it was for, the national importance. It was kind of like, all right, okay, let's go and have a look. And I remember doing the interview for the actual contractor job. So, when you're tendering for a job, the sort of four of you sort of turn up.
Yeah.
And you turn up and they're trying to test out who's the best contractor for the job, right?
Yeah.
And I remember turning up, and we were sitting in this massive, great room, and just thinking, oh my God, what am I? I'm in this, grand isn't
grand,
it's grand, and I remember looking across the table to a guy called Jim, who was the clerk of works. Bless him, he's passed away now.
Oh, no.
He's a lovely guy, and he was in the panel. And when you just click, you can look at
eye contact,
and he was a Sparks as well.
Okay,
and sort of, I'm not going to say I'm common, but I've got that kind of like Essex about me.
Lovely.
He was not Essex, but he was all right, mate. Kind of thing. And we just clicked.
Yeah.
And I think from there, kind of almost knew we'd got the job just from that, which was crazy, really. I mean, I could have been well wrong, but I walked out of there thinking, I got on well with him.
Yeah.
And then sure enough,
you got the job.
Got the job, but as a contractor. So, and then I ended up doing job after job after job, pulling the roofs. We've done all the South Triforium roofs. We've put new fountains in. We've done up reception areas. Done. What else did I do? The infirmary. There's job after job. After job.
So you really got to know the building.
I did, and I thought that's when you start looking back, don't you? And you start thinking, how nice is it? You're part of the furniture, so to speak, the community within a building. You get that sense of connection from the actual historic side of the building, which I kind of think is what gravitates me towards these old buildings. That feeling that you get from
grandeur.
And like I say, it's there and it's going to be there forever. You look after them right. That's the whole point. So you feel that kind of connection, and it sort of got to me there, and I was like, I just can't leave. It's just, I can't leave. I mean, what can I do to stay? And sure enough, the job came up, and after a grueling executive interviews after interviews, and
God,
pretty much like this, but then panel discussions, somehow I managed to get it.
Gosh, that sounds grueling.
It was
worth it though.
It was. And then so I'd done me due there. That was all through COVID, let's not forget. So
you're still having to go in.
I never got furloughs.
Not many of you did.
No, so that one of those times in my life that was surreal.
I know.
I mean, being in central London, sitting, actually, a couple of times went out on the roof just to take stock of, there is no one there. Where is everyone? Parliament Square.
Yeah.
And there's no one there, kind of thing.
Easy times.
And every day going in as it was, we pretty much had the Abbey to ourselves. It was the Abbey. I don't know if you know, the Abbey have people live there, so there is the clergy there that do live there.
Yes.
There's a community that is
but they're
on
locked
site.
Down.
Yeah. So it
really
was locked. It was the gates like that, and
wow.
there was just me coming in, every now and then to keep the place going. So it was surreal, but also what a lovely time to get loads done.
Yes, true. No disruptions.
Yeah, although obviously the threat to money at that point. I mean, the Abbey actually finance themselves through footfall. It's not how people think. It is actually about the ticket holder. So with that gone, that was quite a
tough time.
Yeah,
it was.
But then thankfully, obviously, got through all that. Thankfully,
yeah.
And then done a few nice milestone projects, and then got to here I am now, Alexandra Palace, which again just as grand, humongous building.
It is. How many acres have you?
7.5 acres of building.
Oh, building.
Yeah, no,
oh my.
I come in on the train. It's just
it's there.
Fills up the whole train window, even from down at the train station.
Terrific building.
So it does. It's striking. It does get you.
You can see it from all over, can't you? North, especially north.
That kind of beacon on the top of the
beautiful building.
And so and now I'm lucky enough to look after it. So
lovely. Yeah. And we're going to talk about that more in a minute. But did you always know that you were going to end up on this path? We kind of answered that with your dad. And I mean, but I guess looking back, did you think you'd be here today?
No, not at all. I think you do fall into things in a sense.
Yeah.
But I kind of think that I always just followed a passion. I didn't really do anything more than that, other than, as I said, a bit of luck, knocking on a few doors and getting the right job.
Putting yourself out there, more so than luck, I think.
But then you kind of, I mean, there was a number of choices along the way, and, I made the decisions I made because I had an interest in it, and I had a passion. Like I say, the historic building kind of really grabbed me from an early age. So I kind of was always gravitating towards that, and always, learning line plastering at such a young age. I didn't even appreciate it back then, because of course I was young in a company that did that. So I just thought that was what everyone did. But it's not.
No.
It's only until later on that you start to realise actually how niche that is. And actually how, imperative companies like that and trades like that get sort of learned and sort of passed on. But back then...
You don't think anything at the time.
No, but so I think I fell into everything, but I followed a passion. So it wasn't all luck. It was a bit of kind of...
hard work.
This is the right way. Hard work,
And choices.
Yeah.
And you did mention a couple of people, but who or what gave you that real push in your career? I think your dad might have had some input in this.
Definitely that. I mean, I've said it. I feel like I'm saying it a lot, actually, because it is about the trades. And yes, he did say to me, literally, this is no lie. And I've said it so many times, I feel like I've got to back it up. Mate, go and get yourself a trade and you'll be fine, because it's literally the words that come out of his mouth. And it is, that was a push. And I suppose in hindsight, you can say, his work ethic, passion for what he did, it does rub off on you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And you kind of do get that from your parents. It gets passed down. But no, I think Martin was another one that did definitely show me that, look at that role and what that could be.
Yeah.
And look at what everyone looks to when there's a problem. It's the person that knows everything about the building. And, kind of that authority figure.
Yeah.
I think that was definitely a push for me to go. I could either, again, see choices. I could either have gone, like a lot of people do, let's go try to earn loads of money in site bashing kind of thing.
Yeah.
Site manager, big sites, you see everywhere where it's all is, and then earn the money. Or or actually do something a bit more challenging, rewarding, working in these old places.
Niche, yeah.
Finding solutions around all the problems that are inevitably in these old places.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not like a new build.
No.
It's who knows what you're going to find when you pull it apart.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, it's definitely... They're two of them definitely up there, along with others.
Yeah, of course.
Anyone else.
And so, what does a day in your world look like now? What you're doing in your job?
Well, right now it feels like organised chaos at the moment.
The summer's coming up, isn't it? You're busy all the year round, aren't you? But...
So if I've got some challenges in my work, it's being Grade 2 listed, and it's a heavily operational site.
Yeah.
So we have, as you say, we got gigs all the time. There's events on and on and on. The theatres constantly going.
Yeah.
Ice rinks all year round.
Oh, it's all year round?
All year round.
I didn't actually know that.
All year round, yeah.
We do now.
Yeah. And, so balancing what we have to do along with all the capital projects. I mean, right now, up in the air, I've got a number of capital projects. We're looking to do a new panorama room, which should be a lovely addition on the south side.
Nice.
I'm just coming out of the tender stage now of a new security project, security room project. So,
right.
A complete upgrade on our security room.
Lovely.
Restoration of a bridge, which is the original Victorian bridge. So we're doing that, so I've got all them up in the air, as well as obviously bringing a relatively new team through, actually. So I've been there now nearly 3 years. I need to keep trying to take stock of that, because I can't believe how quick it's gone. But I've got a new team from what I had when I started. So, bringing everyone through while it's so busy, while there's so much to work around, that's the challenge.
Yeah, of course.
And
you got I'm recruiting them, I'm assuming.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I'm trying to. What was quite clear when I got there is that we needed a lot more. We had a skeleton of a team, really.
Yeah,
couldn't really cope with the operational demands of the building. As you say, it's something going on all the time, so it's fast paced, and it is constantly right. Let's get on it. And having to keep up with that pace is really difficult when it's just you and someone else. So growing that was clear, and that doesn't happen overnight.
No, got to find good people.
Yeah, exactly that, which I've now got.
Lovely,
so great bunch, great team. And the engineering team are just amazing as well. We've got lots of working knowledge of the building that's been there for many years.
Oh, lovely.
So we've got a nice mix now of we've got the learned behaviour of what the building needs, and we've got the new fresh outlook on what we have now to really kind of get it going. And like I say, with all the capital projects, I don't think the place has been ever so busy from my department's kind of view.
Of course.
Just taking stock.
Constantly evolving as well. You're opening new, refurbishing. It's constantly going round and round.
Around a Grade 2 listed building.
Yeah, things go wrong. Gosh. Wearing many hats then.
Yes, indeed.
I was going to say, let's talk challenges, but that's actually probably one of your challenges.
That is, no, definitely. It definitely is.
It's all the juggling of everything that you need to do. So, you've mentioned a few bits, like especially around sort of the old with the new, in terms of what people's skill sets. But where do you think the industry's heading, and what excites you?
So, I think the industry, as in the property teams. For me, it's not about where it's heading. It's about the outlook on things. I think I'm lucky in a sense that I've, as I said, come from these old buildings. And when you're looking at historic buildings, you're not looking at it in a short-term view. You're always looking... whatever building you're in, so let's say St Paul's, for example, 300 years old, you're sort of looking like, well, of course it's going to go on for another long. In the Abbey, 750 years old. Well, you're not looking at anything you do 10 to 15 years. You're looking at it long term. Same as Ali Pali, it's 150 years old. Yeah. And I think, where we're heading is the migration from not being so reactive, which I think a lot of places are. It's all about reactive PPMs, but more proactive.
Love that.
Long-term vision. Look at the long-term game. Look at, the 15, 20-year kind of down the line.
Yeah.
Everything you do.
Just try and get ahead of yourself a little bit. I mean, like you say, you do react to stuff, but yeah, well,
of course, you've got two arms, haven't you? You've got to be that reactive service that everyone expects, You've got, something that breaks that needs someone to go and fix it, But then you've got the other element of it that, it's got to be around for another 150 years. So everything you do, now, as I said, 7.5 acres of building, if I've got something that I've just worked on and it fails in one place in a year's time, and I keep doing that, soon I'll be chasing my tail, won't I?
Yeah.
So if you look at it from everything you do, have it with the view of longevity, 10, 15, 20, 30, 50 years.
You'll be saving yourself.
Then you save yourself time, you get it done properly.
And money.
Exactly. And that's where it leads straight into sustainability.
Yes.
In everything that you do, if you look at it from the long-term point of view, then what could be more sustainable than a historic building doing something that lasts rather than failing upon failing upon failing and reacting. So, I mean, the answer to your question, I think, is I think, I'm kind of lucky from where being in a historic building is pointing in the right direction of longevity, and I think a lot of others don't look at it in the same way. So a new build that I'm not keep pointing outside, but there's all historic buildings outside. And
this isn't though.
No, that's right.
What we're in.
They're sort of built to last 15, 20 years before they then get turned around again.
Yeah.
And they almost accept that, they're going to break in that amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I think there's different mindsets, isn't there?
Yeah, I guess for the different types of buildings.
Yeah. So
interesting. And AI, that's is that something that you use? You and your team, are you using it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy flipping from historical stuff to
go into AI.
Yeah, because I mean, the fact of the matter is, if you're not jumping on board on that, then you're going to fall behind. I mean, compliance obviously is a huge line in my job that needs to be, strictly adhered to.
Yes, of
so
course.
When you're talking about AI modelling, CAFM systems that make it all easier for you, that streamlining processes, and not to mention your co-pilots and your chat GPTs, then absolutely. Why wouldn't you use it as another tool in the arsenal to sort of kind of do your job so you can focus on other things?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, managing a busy site around events.
So let's try and move things quicker, isn't it, by using AI. Love that. We mentioned a little bit about ESG then and sustainability, but what does it really mean to you in your work? What are you doing up there?
Yeah, so I mean, not only obviously everything we do, we're looking at the best ways of doing that. So it's not like we're doing lots of new builds.
Yes, exactly.
Wherever there is, your sustainability is an item on the agenda.
Yeah.
But for me, that is about longevity. It is about environmental kind of, what could be better about a building being there long term, as I said, rather than kind of just break it, fix it. So for me, it is about the long-term decisions that we make on everything. Plus, obviously, doing all the right things. I mean, we've been doing silently, I've got to say, under the radar for the last, since I got there, nearly 3 years ago, changing every LED and upgrading all the distribution boards all around site. I mean, distribution boards, not so much for energy efficiency, but obviously when you're going from a 90-watt sun lamp that's across, which not only is a fire hazard, but two, burning so much energy. Changing LEDs across site.
More sustainable,
3 years now. I mean,
well done.
Really sort of made a massive dent on the bills. You mentioned the ice rink.
Yes.
What could be more of a energy draining machine? So dialing into that with your BMS systems, really kind of managing ice, for example. I mean, it's amazing what you learn. Ice management, who would have thought it? But the energy you could burn just alone by having it too thick.
Yeah.
So you really sort of dial into these things.
To make sure you're not burning off too much energy.
But it's across everything now, isn't it? It's like, it's not so much of a buzzword anymore. It is just the norm.
Yes, it is.
Normal practices now are to think about these things. Because, of course, rising costs and everything, you're just trying to drive it down the other way.
That's it. We definitely
And I'm lucky with the social side of things.
Yeah.
We've got an event on every week. So, I mean, what more can you ask for?
Bringing community.
Bringing joy into what we do. And then we've got an amazing creative learning department who do some amazing things for the community and the vicinity. And, those kind of things, just speaks for himself, really. So, I mean, for us, I think we're doing pretty well. Nearly swore there. Pretty damn well.
You are. Love that. And this is a hard one for you because obviously it says, do you think the industry is innovating fast enough or are we still playing catch up? But I think, given the building that you're in,
Well, no, but that's the thing. I mean, I guess, again, maybe I'm different from most because I'm coming from the historical side of things because, these buildings have been around for so long. It feels like I'm saying the same thing here, but it is, we're looking at things long term. And I think if everyone can start to do the same, even if it is your new build, like this, if you could start to not get the quick fix, not have the thing that's just going to last short term, look at it
long term
materials that are going to keep, then maybe that is the way it needs to be more innovative because, look at these buildings that have been around.
I know.
We're
looking at the Rosewood right now. Stunning building.
Yeah. I mean, centuries, and it still looks amazing.
I know. I'm very privileged to sit here and look out at that building. Yeah, pretty.
Portland stone everywhere.
I have no idea what that is. I do now. Brilliant. So looking back, oh gosh, I mean, you've probably worked on a number of projects, but what moment or project are you still very proud of today?
Yeah, there's been loads of projects. I think definitely working at St Paul's first of all was I can't believe I'm here. And I think walking into my site one day and then seeing a load of police dogs because there was a Queen visit at the time. Wow. It was a kind of first thinking, okay, my site's been taken over by the Met with a load of police dogs. Because of a Queen visit.
Need to check.
Yeah, and obviously, I knew that was coming. That wasn't a surprise. But I think it was, kind of a proud moment there.
Yeah.
I'm working around royalty now. But then I sort of wouldn't have even guessed that the following years would have then worked even closer with royalty. So I think from there, yes, that was a taster. But at the Abbey, it definitely was a privilege and an honour to be part of the funeral of Her Majesty Queen, and obviously then coronation for King Charles. So
gosh, you've seen some things, haven't you?
I mean, I don't think I could not say that they were right up there with, some of the best things I'll ever.
Nobody can. Not many people, should I say? Not many people can say that. I mean, I certainly can't.
No, I mean, to say,
it's wonderful.
Some people look at me sometimes. I mean, what's that game? Never Have You Ever? And you go, been to the coronation. And it's crazy because I still think about it now. Yeah, I was there, and I remember it so well.
Yeah, of course.
But because of, I think what it was not so much of the what it was all about, but it was about how it came about. I've never been involved in something so well thought through, planned, nothing at all left to chance. It was, planned meticulously, with the military, with working with people like Black Rod, what, Parliament over the road, it was kind of like never before have I had, such a kind of intricate part of such a big event like that. And I probably never will, to be honest with you. Again,
you don't know. I bet you didn't think when you were
not there now.
plastering walls.
No, exactly. That's my point, isn't it?
Yeah.
So from, me pushing around a trowel trying to learn how to plaster, and then now, being front and foremost an intricate part of the coronation. It was, I don't know how.
And now a huge part of Alexandra Palace, another.
Exactly that. Absolutely.
Lots of proud moments.
Can't quite believe it. I have to keep pinching myself sometimes, but
Well done, you. I think it's lovely.
I think I'm kind of thankful that I've gone through every level all the way up to where I am to have a good understanding of how things work. I can speak to your labourer pushing a broom. I can speak to a monarch.
Yes.
And I can do everyone
in between.
Yeah, and I still be myself and be, quite proud of what I've done and
what you've achieved.
And what I've learned. And
so you should be. Yeah. That's why we've got you on the show.
Well,
show people it's possible, though, isn't it?
Well, you know what? If it does anything other than that, it's, work hard, follow your passion, and who knows what comes in front of you.
That's it. And knock on doors by the sounds of it.
Doors, yeah.
This is the next question. You're leading me on to the next one. So what's something you wish you knew when you were starting out?
Okay. So I think it would probably be how vital the trades I was learning at the time were and were going to be now. Like I said to you earlier, back then I was learning how to work with lime, not only plastering. I'm a lime plasterer and I can use traditional methods too. But it's not just that. You muck in. You use, you're with the bricklayers, you're with the stonemasons. You learn lime and you learn how to tend it. And there's lots of different ways of doing that. So I think back then it was just a kind of, a nothingness because that's what we all did. But I've kind of known then how important it would be to, one, advocate for those transferable skills later on.
Yeah.
Then I probably would have started advocating it from a long before I am now.
Yeah.
Because now I'm all about trying to use what I have, which is an amazing Grade 2 listed building with an abundance of trade. What can be used for a learning platform. And I think what I can do now, given the position I'm in, is actually pass that down to younger generations. And that's a part of the exciting thing I think I've got coming up now in my career. I think that is one of the things that really does get me up in the morning to go, well, you know what, how can we do that? So I'm kind of thankful that everyone at Ali Pali has got the same mindset as myself with that, and it's now part of our strategic view to use historic trades and try to use the building for learning, for advocating for these beautiful trades that are unfortunately dying out. So I think that would have been it. Back then I would have been taking more stock of what I was doing. I could start earlier, but
you don't know, do you, when you're young? But we didn't have all of this either,
True.
We didn't have podcasts and YouTubes to find out how to do, things better or.
Yeah, no, that's it. This, like you say, maybe it's just a timing thing. I think it is a timing. There's a lot of noise now out there about a lot of people realising that, oh, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Like I say, the people that I used to work with, long retired now, and there's not many people coming in to replace them. What we're ending up with is
shortage of skills,
diminishing workforce of these skills.
Keep it moving. We need it. We need you. So if someone came to you tomorrow saying, I want to do what you do, what would you say to them? Just that, probably. Learn some trades.
It was to do. Well, it's not so much. Actually, I had I'll mention. I had a I've got a assistant building surveyor, so that's difficult for me to say. I've got an assistant building surveyor at work now, and Joe's brilliant. He's a young lad. He come from the ice rink. Actually, he was doing. He was working on the ice rink, and he became interested in buildings, and it was just an easy kind of, well, if you're
transition,
let's have a look. And he's just a superstar.
Oh, I love that.
I mean, he's now doing his apprenticeship with us. So
brilliant.
I'm mentoring him through that. And it wasn't so much that we had this conversation earlier, but it was his end of year appraisal earlier.
Yeah.
And it kind of just strikes me as, you know, we were talking about his objectives, and he said, it'd be really good to do some training on learning how these things work. So of course it then does lead into, you know what, I am lucky that I just get that because I've done it. And and I get it now when I look at Joe, and he's dealing with all the contractors he deals with and managing them, but he's not got that confidence about what they're doing, although he's got the skill and he's got the ability, but actually behind it, that confidence in, well, I know exactly how you're doing it and what you're doing. I don't have to second guess. So I suppose if you're wanting to get into this kind of role, then actually the way I've done it from grassroots up, learning each layer as it is through, you know, on the trades, through
all the historic stuff,
client side, which are all different sides of the fence, through all the different kind of mechanics of the building, then actually what could be a better way? I mean, it's rounded. So, I'm quite lucky in that respect. Am I still challenged with everything? Absolutely. Still, you never know. Every day's a learning day. But,
of course.
But it helps when you know about buildings and how it works.
Yeah, love that. I think so. All right, let's switch off of work. And what do you like to do outside your day job? Do you have time?
I can't be honest, the last 3 years have been very busy at Ali Palace. So a lot of people say to me, oh, you must go to all the gigs. And I'm like, well, you know what? I don't. I'm there all the time. Obviously I've got that opportunity, and anything that comes up, I do.
That you want to go to.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you do all sorts, don't you, up there? Everything's...
that's what I mean. There's just
sports, music. So
I am lucky in that respect. But no, I mean, generally speaking, I just enjoy a bit of peace and quiet.
Bit of relaxing.
I commute a lot. So, 2 hours.
Gosh.
Commute to work every morning. So, so I'm...
And then 2 hours back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What commute?
Yeah, so a lot of work. So it's not even shutting down, are you? You're working on the train.
Dedicated, you are.
But I suppose when I get home, it's just about
switch off.
It's just about the kids. My girlfriend, spending some time together. Doing whatever you can to just relax.
I love that. I love hearing that. Some people are like, right, I go for bike rides, I'm like 5 miles here, and I'm like, well, that's a lot considering you've got stress.
Yeah, exactly. At the moment, I'm not there. At the moment, it's so high impact. It's so busy. It's so fast paced.
Huge building.
All I can do is actually just
have a minute,
take stock, and relax.
Good.
That's what's keeping me sane.
And you do need to switch off. You do, so that you can recharge and then go back in and bring it.
Absolutely. I do play a bit of golf every now and then.
Oh, that's good.
Got a lot of friends that, most people do have these groups that want to go out and play golf all the time. So that obviously happens. But I think mostly I love walking. Quiet.
Yeah. You walk around Ali Palace. It's huge. Or the grounds.
It's still easy to get lost.
Yeah, definitely. I want to get lost up there. So last one, what's the best bit of advice you've ever been given? We're going back to Dad, or have you got another one?
I'm gonna go for Mary, my girlfriend, here, with the listen to understand is definitely the best piece of advice. I mean, I'm not going to say, Mary, you can't take credit for it. I know it's been said before, but she certainly told me. And I think it's just really kind of grabs me because it's really easy to, a lot of people do it already, have in their mind what they want to say before someone says it. But actually listening to what people are saying and understanding what they are saying and why they are saying it before you speak. And then, it changes your mind on every kind of conversation, really, because listening to people is what counts. It's amazing what you can hear. And I know it sounds really silly and straightforward, but I'm not sure that a lot of people do listen all the time. So I'm always trying to exercise that. Listen, take it in, and understand. And then you usually, touch wood, make the right decisions from that. Because, of course, when you're so fast-paced and you've got to make decisions just straight away, having the right information is key. So
definitely.
I think that's definitely got to be up there with, great advice.
It's a skill not all of us have. I interrupt a lot, me. Need to listen more. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much, Iain. I've really enjoyed listening to what you do in a day, and your journey is remarkable for some of the most beautiful British buildings that we have here in London. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys get up to and up at Ali Pali in the future.
Space, there's a lot coming. There's a lot of work going on up there. The building is transforming before people's eyes now. So I'm really excited to be part of that.
Absolutely.
The physical change now is becoming quite apparent. So
excellent. I wish you and your team all the best up there. And I shall see you up there, no doubt. Actually, it'll probably be a weekend. You might be relaxing. Oh, that's lovely. Thanks, Iain. And if anyone wants to reach out to you about kind of what you do on LinkedIn, are they welcome to do so?
Yeah, I mean, we've got a few roles coming up. Certainly always trying to grow the team. So we're always looking out for talent. We have an apprentice role coming up soon.
That's
an apprentice electrician, and obviously I'm always looking for that kind of role to, as I said to you earlier, a bit of kind of catalyst in what we're doing for all our historical trade. So definitely there's definitely opportunities coming, maybe not straight away, but certainly in the future.
Keep in touch, definitely. Oh, thank you for that. That's lovely. Shout out for our younger listeners, especially that are wanting to get into this industry. Lovely. Be in good hands, that's for sure. Thank you so much, Iain, for coming down and talking to us today. That's the end of today's episode of Wear Many Hats. Please do like, share, forward on Iain's podcast interview onto anyone that's wanting to get into the industry. And more importantly, he's got apprenticeship roles. So, get in touch if you're looking for a role up at Ali Pali. But, until next time, take care.